Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. I want to show you today a customer's telephone. This is a At&T 5.8 digital answering machine and telephone, cordless phone. The customer is aggravated because this telephone was hit by lightning and the customer likes this telephone. So there was a power surge at the customer's home. I guess his home was hit by lightning. And this telephone seems to work, but the problem is if you hit the speakerphone and you try to dial the number, it never breaks dial tone. And I'll show you the analyzer. There's no voice, no transmit. So anyway, the customer, like I said, is aggravated because the customer called At&T and At&T told him to throw it away and buy a new one. And some people like to do that, but I talk to many customers that don't like to do that, and so that aggravates them. And At&T said, also told the customer to send it off to the manufacturer. Well, the manufacturer is whoever At&T had it manufactured by. So At&T, needless to say, would not help this customer at all. Like I find with many customers, At&T really could care less whether the customer likes the telephone and wants to get it repaired or not. At&T does have a choice to send customers to us, though, and At&T can do that. But at this point, At&T does not send anyone to us. Also, SBC does send customers to us. If you talk to the right people at SBC, they will send you to me. But at this point, these telephone companies really don't care. They're too big for themselves, and they could care less what the customer thinks. So anyway, we're in the process of repairing this telephone for the customer. And I'll show you a little bit about what's going on with this phone. This is kind of a neat telephone. The handset will do the same exact thing. Let's turn it on. And you can probably hear dial tone. But when you go to dial the number, you can still hear dial tone. So this telephone does the same thing as the base unit. So the handset is doing the same thing. So let's turn it off. And let's ring the telephone. That's great. We'll answer it. Same thing. Won't do anything. Okay? So what we have done is we've been into this telephone and we have troubleshooted this telephone. And I want to do this gently because we have the telephone open. And I want to show you what we have found. We found a transistor, and this is the transistor right here, which is a 2N6520. Okay, and that crosses out to be an NTE 288H. Okay, and this transistor here is a PNP. Okay, so we're going to set that right there. We also found an electrolytic capacitor next to it that's a 1 microfarad. And I know the video doesn't show these very well. It's not a high-grade video. So it's a 1 microfarad electrolytic capacitor that's a little weak. It's not measuring on a capacitor checker what I want it to measure. So we could actually show you here real quick. It's not measuring quite what I'd like to see, so let's do that real quick. I'll try to get this in on the video. I'm going to check this. You got to get an electrolytic capacitor on the checker properly. If you don't, so I want to find the ground. Okay, now I know my ground. I can put it on. What you want to do is clip the 2 leads on it. And we're not reading, it'll settle down here in a minute, maybe. It should be 0.1, but it's really having a hard time. So we're going to replace that capacitor too. Anyway, what we found was, we found another transistor in my supplies that is and you got to watch this if you ever come across this. This is a 2N6517, and that is a NTE 287. Not a 288, it's a 287. So this is a NPN. So this transistor, although it's very close, it won't work because it's a NPN, not a PNP. So we have to have an exact cross to that transistor. And we're going to continue to search when I get off the video. I want to show you something real quick. And I don't know that I can do this. I'm going to try to do this so that you can see what's going on here. This is the area that the transistor came out of. You should be able to, may be able to see it. That's the 3 holes that the transistor came out of. I want to show you something here real quick, and I wouldn't do this if I didn't know what I was doing. I've already checked the circuit out, and I know I can short these 2 pins out, okay? So don't try this if you don't know the circuit or you don't know exactly what you're doing. I'm going to turn this handset on. You should be able to hear dial tone. Better yet, I'm going to turn on the handset. Handset has a speakerphone. Okay. Now I'm going to short these 2 pins out, and I'm going to dial a 2. See, it took. I don't want to leave it on there too long. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it back on. Turn the volume up. Let's see if we can find the volume. Let's see here. Most phones have a volume. There's the volume. See? Not breaking dial tone. Now watch this. There you go. Off. Speakerphone. Won't break dial tone. Breaks dial tone. So we know that if we replace the transistor, that this telephone will be a working telephone again, and that we'll get it repaired. And AT&T can watch this video, and we just made an AT&T customer happy. So This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. We'll do a second video on this when we get us a 2N6520 transistor and a 1 microfarad 50 volt cap in here. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.